Good morning, BNI. Thank you very much for inviting me for today's networking topic. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to quickly share some interesting thing about how as leaders we need to plan our morning. So because since we are all in an interesting time right now, I'm going to share with you how we can plan our morning. Okay. So I always believe that if you can win the morning, you can always win the whole day itself. So today's topic is all about how you can win the morning and then win the day. So why am I saying this? Because how you start the day will always determine how you're going to end the day also. Do you all agree with me that how you start the day, you always end the day? If the day you started in a very groggy, in a irritating, in a grumpy way, you have observed that the whole day also goes in the same way. The whole morale is down, the energy is down, we don't want to do any work. Have you observed it? But when the day, if you start the day with a lot of happiness, a lot of excitement, a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of joy, and I'm sure the whole day is filled with a lot of excitement and enthusiasm. If the day you have started with a lot of peace and silence, you will find a lot of peace and satisfaction and fulfillment inside you. I'm sure you all will agree with me. So that's the reason why I always say, how do you start your day determines your whole day. And if you can protect your morning till 9 a.m., that means you protect yourself till 9 a.m., you can actually have an amazing resounding success. And there are a lot of things successful people always do. What do successful people do? Successful people, they always have a morning schedule. Every successful leader in the world, they always have a morning ritual. They have some simple, easy to do rituals which helps them to focus upon what they do. What they do, it's very simple. They always start very small. None of them have actually started anything very big and all successful leaders, if you observe, the first thing they always do is they know how to protect their mornings from the outside world. They know how to protect their inside, that evil mind also. So they have cultivated some simple habits which can help them to become more productive and they become more successful. So they always started very small, and they know that it's the new normal world. We need the support of the environment around us also to support us. For example, I'll give you some examples of Steve Jobs. What do Steve Jobs do? Steve Jobs, every single day, this guy, he has a very simple affirmation. But if today was my last day of my life, would I be happy with what I am about to be today? If I have to ask you this question, what will be your answer? Share that in the comment box. If today was the last day in your life, would I be happy with what I'm about to do today, or will you do something else different? Is a question that he always asks every single day, and he works with that particular attitude the whole day. And Bill Gates has a different way of starting. He actually starts the day with 1 hour of treadmill and watches instructional, educational videos. This is how Bill Gates starts the day. I'm sure that each and every successful leader, right from Warren Buffett to all the great leaders, they all have their own morning routine. Many of us assume that these guys have actually made a lot of money and then they have actually started their routine. But if you study their biography, you will find that they have cultivated these habits from a very, very young age, even when they are just a startup itself. So that's the reason why I'm going to share with you guys today some simple ways of how you can protect your morning. Okay, so it's a very simple practice I'm going to share. How many of you have some extra time to protect your morning? Do you all have some extra time to protect your morning? Do you guys believe that we need to take care of our mornings? Why do you think that we need to take care? Go ahead and comment in the chat box. Why do you think that we need to take care? Because right now you are in a lockdown time, so you have time. But tell me, will you be able to do that once the lockdown is removed? Once you go back to your old way of doing business, will you continue to do the same? Is a question. Because John Maxwell says the success lies in your routine, whether it is a Sunday or a Monday, it doesn't matter. For many, many business leaders across the world, successful entrepreneurs, for them, Sunday and Monday, there is no difference. Every day is the same. So lockdown, no lockdown, it's always the same. So let me share with you 47 minutes of things that we all can do. How many of you have 47 minutes for yourself in your 24 hours? Do you have 47 minutes for you? Do you think that you have 47 minutes only for you? Okay, not for your family, not for your clients, not for BNI, not for anything else, just only for you, just your time. Okay, no disturbances from anyone across. I'm going to give you a very simple method of how you can energize your morning. Thereby, you can energize and contribute a lot to the whole world. So I'm going to share with you two ways. Okay, now let's divide this whole 47 into two halves. Not two halves, not exactly half. One for the morning session, one for the evening session. So I'm going to ask you guys to divide the whole thing for a 37 minutes for the morning. Do you guys have 37 minutes in the morning for yourself? If you don't have 37 minutes, I strongly recommend you actually wake up 37 minutes early. That's an easier way to handle that. So what do successful people do in the early morning? I'm going to give you a template. I'm only going to give you a template of how you can structure your morning. Depending upon your time, you adjust the timing. Okay, it's not a fixed template. It's up to you. Okay, it's a beautiful lesson I learned from a book called The Miracle Morning. It's an amazing tool which I've been practicing for many years. Then I thought I'll just share with you, with each one of you. Absolutely true. He actually talks about a very interesting concept called Sabre's concept, of how you can apply the Sabre's concept in the morning. Thereby, you can energize the whole morning. You can stay very happy in the morning. And when you're happy and you're energized, I'm sure you all agree with me, you will become more productive. Your decision making is fast. You don't get tired. You actually feel fulfilled and satisfied. So apply this Sabre's formula. It is not a formula or a step by step. It can be applied in any order. Just for you to remember, the acronym Sabre's is there. You can apply it in any order of your choice. If you think that you can't apply all the 6, you can apply, pick and choose 1 or 2 also, and you can do that. What is yes stands for? Yes stands for practicing silence for 5 minutes. Okay, it's up to you. Silence means for some people it's real silence and do nothing. Close their eyes and sit. You can do meditation, you can do prayer, or you can do some breathing exercise every day. 5 minutes. How many of you believe that 5 minutes you can shut down this inner voice inside you? You know, this non-stop nonsense continuously talking to you. All you need is 5 minutes of complete silence, doing nothing. That's one activity that we should all do every single morning. A stands for affirmation. Can you write some interesting, encouraging self-affirmation word which you can read out loud or read within yourself? Or probably you can write a 10 statement affirmation that I am healthy, I am peaceful, each and every cells in my body are healthy and happy. It can be anything. What is going to be your affirmation? Can you go ahead and comment below? What's your affirmation that you tell every single day? Some of them I say, Loka samasta sukhino bhavanti. Everyone has to be very happy. Okay, the whole world. But again, it's for the whole world. How about you for yourself? So go ahead and write one affirmation, not one affirmation sentence or multiple affirmation sentence. I would strongly suggest you guys come up with your own 5 to 7 statements. It's all in present tense. It's happening right now. Craft your own sentence depending upon your lifestyle and read that every day. Every day, if possible, take a printout or a screensaver and write it down in present tense. It's present tense, positive and personal. It is not for the whole world. It's not for someone else. It is only for you. Go ahead and write that affirmation and read that affirmation for 2 minutes. Do you believe that by reading a self-positive affirmation will give you more happiness and peace? Absolutely. Everyone feels very happy. Because when you're reading that, for example, I am so energized in the morning. Just saying that word itself will pump a lot of energy. I'm a money magnet. I'm attracting money. Each and every cell in my body is happy and energetic. Just go ahead and write down depending upon what your focus is all about. So that's for 2 minutes. And then 5 minutes is all about visualization. I'm sure that you all have a habit of writing your to-do list. If you have a to-do list, visualize each and every step of the to-do list as if you are doing it. Okay, that particular day, whatever you want to accomplish, go ahead and visualize it in your mind, because anything you can visualize in your mind, anything you can imagine will always manifest outside. So 5 minutes of visualization, either it can be the goals of the day or the goals of the week or the goals of the month. Go ahead and put a vivid picture inside your head. That's one method. Number E stands for exercise, and that's what I really want to appreciate the regional fitness team. What an amazing energy that's happening over there. How many of you agree with me that we need to energize our body every single day? We all know walking is good for health. We all know we have to do exercise, but do we all do? We don't. But thanks to lockdown that we are all doing some kind of an exercise every single day. But when you start doing a lot of exercises, it boosts up a lot of happy chemicals and hormones in the body, and also keeps you a little more happier. It relieves you from depression or sadness. So every day, at least 10 minutes, okay? At least 10 minutes. If you have more time, go ahead and do that. But at least minimum of 10 minutes, some kind of a stretches on your yoga mat, or a skipping, or a jogging, or a running, or a walking, anything. But at least for 10 minutes of exercise. I'm sure that you all can do that. Yes or no? And R stands for 10 minutes of reading. Some kind of reading material. Anything which can fill your brain with positive thoughts, ideas. Okay, not the routine, stupid, useless magazines I'm talking about. I'm talking about good, positive self-improvement books, even scriptures. It's okay. But 10 minutes of reading. Okay, so I'm sure that you all have a reading habit. Do you have a reading habit? What book are you reading? Comment below. Comment on the chat box. What book are you reading? Go ahead and read every day. Fix a time every single day, 10 minutes only, or fix the time 15 minutes only. Okay, lead like Jesus. What a fantastic book, Thomas. Fantastic book. Go ahead. If you can't read, at least listen. Okay, if you are an auditory guy, listen. Okay, if you're a visual guy, read. If you're a kinesthetic guy, write down some notes. And that's what S stands for, scribe it. That means what? Whatever you want to do, the do's of the day, whatever the don'ts of the day, go ahead and write down. Many people write do's of the day. I will always suggest you to write even the don'ts of the day also. What are the things that you will not do also? So this is called a savers concept. And I just gave you a 37-minute template, but it's up to you. If you want to expand it, you can expand it. If you want to reduce it, you can reduce it also. It's up to you. If you think I can only put 1 minute or 2 minutes on all these things, absolutely in 12 minutes, you can do the whole thing. If you think only 1 minute I can invest on all the 6, in 6 minutes you can do. So either you can do for 6 minutes or 12 minutes or up to 37 minutes. It's up to you. But if you think that I can actually invest more time, go ahead and invest more time. I hope this was really useful, because as leaders, our job is to guide our members to become more successful. Our job is to guide other entrepreneurs to become successful. If we are not filled with positive energy, if we are not excited, we can't give them that necessary support. So this is morning 37 minutes. Okay, morning 37 minutes. Okay, hold on. And night. Okay, now go back out, because one of the most important thing is how do you end the day also, because how you start the day is important, but how you end the day is also important. Ending the day also, you can have a very simple reflection, a 10-minute reflection tool, a 10-minute reflection, maybe a diary, maybe a gratitude journal. Just write down, maybe write. If you are someone like digital like me, you can use digital journals like me, because I stopped using physical papers. I'm using everything digital, having a Apple Pencil and iPad. If you have a diary and a pen, go ahead and write down. Put the date over there. Analyze the day. Okay, what and all went through that day? What are the successes you had? Do you feel grateful for something that has happened? Okay, and most importantly, plan the next day. What are the top 3 things that you can do for the next day? When you complete this, you have brought the day to completion and you feel fulfilled. If possible, put a happiness score also for you. How do you rate your day out of 1 to 10? An awesome meter, or a whatever meter, 1 to 10, or 10 is wowsome and happy, absolutely happy. You rate your own day, because ultimately it's your life. No one is there to judge you and tell you, but ultimately if you have a headache, only you can solve it. Same way, it's our life. We need to focus on ourselves first, and that's what every successful leader in the world continuously doing every day to ensure they can actually serve other people in the world. So I'm sure this short session was useful to each one of you. Go ahead and practice these method, whichever you feel comfortable, whichever is workable for you. If it works, keep it. If it doesn't work, drop it, and pick any 1 or 2 items from this whole thing and do that. Okay, I'm sure this was useful for each and one of you, because as leaders of our region, it's our responsibility to be more energetic, to take care of ourselves before we go back and take care of others. Thank you very much, and over to Puna.